Okay, Hyporus, now this is a question you've been asking a lot about in the forums. Utherverse is doing its best to not give a clear statement regarding a dedicated German dimension. The recent advertising of a real-life party of Secret City makes this even more suspect. Here are her questions. What are the current plans of implementing a dedicated German dimension here in Utherverse? And are you trying to get rid of the German community here and shovel them all back to Secret City, Brian?
Right. So I want to start by saying this is one of the few questions here where I've got to disagree with the premise. I am absolutely not trying to obscure the statement about it. What I specifically said in the last town hall was I needed to investigate, and that I was having a summit for our franchise partners that included our German Secret City franchise partners, and I wanted to discuss the matter with them before I could commit to an answer. And I have had that summit, and so I can give you the answer. And unequivocally, let's just say, so that you can't say I'm mincing words, we are not going to be supporting a dedicated German dimension. Now, I want to explain why, because unfortunately, Germany is in a unique situation. Well, let's say Germany and probably China, and there are a couple of really radical countries. But Germany has a radical law when it comes to adult content. Really, the only other countries, like I say, China, North Korea, and this group, and Germany, which is astonishing to me. But the reason why we got so much resistance from Secret City to establishing a German dimension wasn't that they don't want Germans to participate with Utherverse, but their concern, and I think it's a very valid concern, is that in Germany, in order to access any adult content, the user has to go to the German government essentially with their ID and submit an application and get an official age verification approval, and then they can enter. And the concern from our franchise partner was if we opened to Germans, that just because of the high hurdle of doing the AVS, that it would kill Secret City, and the Germans would, avoiding the AVS and the German laws come into Utherverse. Now, my stand on this is I think that's crazy. I'm very unhappy that Germany would take such a position because, yeah, like somebody was saying in general chat, Germans are kinky. I mean, like everybody, but Germans, I mean, I've been over there a few times. It's a lot of fun, and I'm very surprised. But what I suggest that you do, what I understand is that the German community uses Dutch anything goes as their sort of home. Go ahead and continue to do that. Please, don't take this as that we're not welcoming to the German community. Sorry.
Well, Hyporus is asking, is Secret City afraid to lose customers to Utherverse?
Well, I think that's part of it. I mean, I think certainly, there's the concern that nobody would go through the hoops that are necessary to go through to enjoy Secret City if they could just easily go into a different version. But I want to get to a different flavor of what we're going to do here, because this caused me a lot of consternation, and all of us really at the summit were distressed about why it is that we can't make this happen. And so we came up with a new concept that we're going to put into place. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to create a passport system where you can do travel between Utherverse, Secret City, Basho Sadaji, which is the Brazil franchise, the Russian franchise, which is coming up, and we're also bringing up, there's 3 other countries right now that we're working on franchises. I don't want to say them specifically. But there's going to be a passport program, an exchange program. You'll be able just to basically walk from one to the other. Great way maybe to do exchanges, great way to get immersion into a foreign language, and really to sort of vacation in other areas. And that may sort of break down the barriers here. and so I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sorry that we're not able to support a dedicated German dimension. If I can get that to change at some point, I'll certainly let you know. But it's a disappointment that I have to come back to you with that answer, believe me.
Okay, moving on, because we have a lot of questions to get to.